So now we've come to chapter 2 of Indian polity. It's the making of the constitution. Idea of the Constituent Assembly for India was put forward for the first time by M.N. Roy, which is a pioneer of communist movements in India. So the name M.N. Roy is important. It could be important for your SSC. And in 1993, Indian National Congress for the first time officially demanded a constituent assembly to frame Constitution of India. And then next comes the composition of Constituent Assembly. The total strength of the Constituent Assembly was 389, where 296 seats were allotted to British India and 93 seats to the princely states. The representatives of the princely states were to be nominated by the head of the princely states. On December 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the permanent chairman, which is the president of the assembly. So before becoming the president of India, Rajendra Prasad was the president or the permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly. And then there's objectives resolution. So in December 13, 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru moved the historic objectives resolution in the assembly. The Constituent Assembly declares its firm and solemn resolve to proclaim India as an independent, sovereign republic and to draw up for her future governance, which is a constitution. So actually the constitution was formed by the Constituent Assembly. So Constituent Assembly is responsible for it, and it is their it is their urging to the British government to form the Constituent Assembly so they could form a constitution. Then, wherein the territories that now comprise British government, the territories that now form the Indian states, and such other part of India as are outside India, and the states as well as other territories that are willing to be constituted into the independent sovereign India shall be a union of them all. So any states that is in British India's territory, or if they were not a territory also, if they want to be part of the sovereign India, they are still welcomed and they will be called as the Union of the India. And then there is the guarantee and secure to all the people of India justice, social, economic, and political, and equality of status, of opportunity, and before the law. This freedom of thought, expression, belief, and guarantee, these were all guaranteed and secured to all the people of India by the Constitution. And then Constitution is very great. Constitution states that the Union of India guarantee in securing our rights, our justice, our freedom, everything, and adequate safeguards shall be provided for minorities, for backward and tribal areas, and depressed and other backward classes. So India is comprised by varieties of people, by different classes of people. So providing safeguards for every classes in India is the utmost it's the priority for India, because India is made up of all of these classes and we shouldn't take any of them granted. So they need to be, everyone should be given their fair share of freedom, fair share of um, opportunities, and safeguarding them, and then maintain the integrity of the territory of the republic and its sovereign rights on land. So it's a modified version. So its modified version forms the preamble of the present constitution. So it's very much important, the modified version. So this objective resolution, its modified version, forms the preamble of this present constitution. So the preamble has been derived from the objectives resolution, which was moved by Jawaharlal Nehru. And then it comes the drafting committee. Amongst all the committees of the Constituent Assembly, the most important committee was the drafting committee, set up on August 29, 1947. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the chairman. Enactment of the Constitution. The Constitution, as adopted on November 26, 1949, contained a preamble, 395 articles, and 8 schedules. So, the most important um, component of the Constitution is the preamble. There's a 395 articles and there are 8 schedules. So preamble was enacted after the entire constitution was already enacted. So that means preamble comes after constitution. So constitution is made first and um, preamble comes later. Then Prem Bihari Naren Raizada, he was a calligrapher of Indian constitution. The original constitution was handwritten by him in a flowing italic style. So remember, flowing italic style. This can also be a very important SSC part. I don't expect this in the prelims, but I expect this in the SSC. And the name Vasant Krishan Vaidua for him, the Hindi version, and it was elegantly decorated and illuminated by Nandalal Bose. So this is also SSC material. Yes, you can prepare this for prelims, but I believe that prelims would be more following the difficult version, because the names and all, I believe that's not gonna be a part of prelims, but it would be this kind of information, this fact and all. It's kind of inclined towards the question format of SSC. So if anyone who watches this comes from SSC background, then I think this would be a very important part, so note down this. It could be very good for your SSC. So thank you so much. Now I have come to the end of the second chapter. Now see you very soon in the third chapter. Thank you.